guys, welcome to my channel. I'm so grateful you clicked on this video. Today I will be showing my morning routine and also how you can really start waking up early. So for brief context about what my sleep schedule used to be like was that during my freshman year, so 3 years ago, I used to sleep around 9:30 and wake up around 6 a.m. on the weekdays. But then during the weekends, I would sleep in as I would wake up from 7:30 to 8:30. So basically during the weekends, I would wake up whenever I wanted, and during the weekdays, I would have a strict schedule. So my life really changed in the summer of 2020 during quarantine. I discovered the world of self-help. I started listening to Ed Milet's podcast and I started reading Atomic Habits. So that's what really made me realize how much I was wasting my time. Like the way that you Ed Milet says the average lifespan for a person is 78 years. Of those years, 11 are spent surfing the web, 28 years sleeping, 4 years driving, and several years doing mundane tasks, leaving only 8 years to live life. So I decided that I was going to be more productive. But the thing is that I didn't really have much to do. It's not like I had school, so it was a perfect time for me to self-improve. I changed a lot of my unproductive habits, like reading late into the night. And mind you, I read on an iPad, meaning that it would prevent me from sleeping. I would wake up to lay on my bed for another hour and read, and then I would watch so much YouTube and TV. I came to the conclusion that while these activities are fine in moderation, I was completing them excessively, meaning I had to get rid of the habits that weren't serving me. So I started waking up earlier, and I became disciplined. Actually, overly disciplined looking back, but realistically, if I never disciplined myself, I probably wouldn't be the same today. I could tell you the science behind discipline and bore you with that, but I would rather tell you the exact steps you can take to start waking up earlier. Ultimately, waking up earlier and taking simple actions that take more willpower will make you a more confident person. Being confident means keeping the promises you make to yourself. And in this channel, we both keep the promises we make to ourselves and others. Hey, baby, you know I'm a G. I gotta double them C's. So the first step is to reflect. What time do you wake up and what's your goal time? And the truth is that it's important to be honest with yourself. What time do you see yourself waking up in a year from now? If it's not sustainable, it's not gonna work. This isn't just a summer thing. This is a rest of your life thing. We just gotta grind for that paycheck. Mama told me one day I'll be famous. Remember when she used to say she hate this. That ended with life when I say shit. So the next step is to realize that you most likely won't be able to make the switch cold turkey. And for me, it took almost a year to be completely comfortable at waking up before 5 a.m. It's gonna take time, but this is your success, so it's more than worth it. I can't look back, cause you know I'd be above that. I like bitches, that like bitches, The second to last step is to make a plan. How are you actually going to reach your goal? Personally, I think this method worked best for me. I woke up 15 minutes earlier each week. You can even wake up 10 minutes earlier each week. And I think the hardest part is not actually waking up, it's sleeping early. Each time you subtract 15 minutes, you have to try your best to sleep earlier. I recommend using an app to set your alarm and give you reminders when it's time to put away your phone and start getting ready for sleep. When she uses says she hate this. That ended with life when I say shit. Now I'm inside autumn. Now the last step is to implement. If you currently wake up at 11 a.m., it's time to challenge yourself and wake up at 10:50. I know it seems insignificant, but think about yourself from a year from now, 10 years from now. You're going to be so grateful for your younger self for making the switch earlier rather than later. And also, living in your comfort zone is boring. Challenging yourself not only raises your waterline, it also makes you more confident. I'm so mad at myself. I forgot to bring AirPods. I was listening to the gym music and it was just really boring, especially during my hit. Well, actually, I did bring my AirPods. It's just that they were out of charge. They're like never out of charge. They have really good battery. And now I do have a few tips when you start waking up earlier. The first one is to have a plan for yourself. What are you going to do when you wake up? If you make plans, you're more likely to wake up. This could be working out, doing yoga, or journaling. And make sure that you do some sort of activity before you go on your phone. I'd say spend at least 20 to 30 minutes before you go into any technology. And before you check your social media and email, you should be at least awake for 2 hours. But again, if you're just starting off, try not to check your social media until you finish your given activity. And this goes both ways. Make sure that you don't check your phone 20 to 30 minutes before you plan on sleeping. You should try to slowly decrease your stimulus as you go to bed, and slowly increase your stimulus as you wake up. The key word is slowly.
Was a rainbow, but was sinking, lost my hue. I might come running back when our hearts get back on track.
Alright, so I was supposed to have a meeting for my internship. We usually have like weekly meetings, but it did get canceled. So I'm just going to work on my college essays right now. And my last tip is to set some sort of reward or incentive for yourself. For me, it's reading. I love reading. As you can see in my morning routine, I have an hour to chill in which I usually make my breakfast and read while I eat. This creates a positive feedback loop in your brain, causing you to repeat these actions, creating a sustainable habit.
In your eyes, darling, another glass of wine, you know it's time. 3, 2, 1. We're counting shooting stars on the side of my bed, and now your lips tattooed on the side of my neck. Another glass won't kill you, right?
I'm heading to work now, and my dad got mad at me because I parked like in the center. I guess that's kind of true.
Tomorrow, do we really want to take it there?
Girl, it's been too long. Clock done fell off the wall. Been out here writing songs. Where the hell did the time go? Take on my passions with pain, but would you do the same? I'm going so insane, thinking about